Welcome to the big one. It's the draft episode, and without further ado, let's start the NFL draft. So here we go. It's always truly one of my favorite parts of all of this. It's the draft, but this time it's really the first time it's a plain old ordinary draft. Our first pick is the 32nd overall pick, and I'll show you the draft board quickly. It shows that it doesn't actually really matter too much that we're picking too late, so that's obviously everybody. We're not interested in that. The draft board. Cedric Duncan. It's one of those, again, we always would like the big-time cornerback with the good stats and the 440, speed and stuff, but we're not going to get him. That's a fact. Then we've got Adrian Robertson. We'd like him, but we're not going to get him. Roman Jacobs, maybe. We've got a chance. He's a mid-first rounder, maybe. But then, this guy, Daniel Woodhead. He's a left end, a second-round player, but could go in the first round, the late first round. And he's got great stats. The second fastest left end on the 40-yard dash. Just good stats, exactly who we want. Then Rashawn Cook would be good. Paul McMullough. And again, we go a bit deeper in the first round. These are kind of like backup. You don't not take the best player in the first round, but we probably won't take them. Then we've got a couple of choices in the second round in defensive ends again. That's really where we're going, of course. Defensive ends, you can, if they're fast enough, you can make outside linebackers pretty easily. And it's easy enough to find fast defensive ends. Then we've got two outside linebackers here. As you can see, they're above some other ones in late rounds because they are exactly what they need to be with their stats. So these guys should be good players, and we'll be looking to pick those up. Then Kevin Hagler and Jerome Barrow are two guys we would take a flyer on. Kevin Hagler does not have the right stats, isn't that fast, but could be okay. But we're not going to take him ahead of anyone more useful. And then Jerome Barrow, we don't know. It's one of those, they're good until it's proven that they're bad, so his stats are okay, and I thought, why not, because he's got 4.41 speed or whatever it was. Andre Patterson, I don't know about, again, we'll take a flyer on him. Cedric Fairley is another flyer, and apparently he's a 7th round talent, so we may be able to pick him up, maybe get a good player there, who knows. Kendrick Ellis just was a little bit too intriguing to completely take off. He's got good speed, great catching. So I don't know where, his stats will start dropping, but I feel like I would regret it if I don't take him and then I see him somewhere and he's a, 78 overall. Charles McIntyre would take a flyer on. Carrick Buchanan we take a flyer on. Bryant Bell, in all honesty, I don't really know why I put him on here. He's the only good running back, is basically. Maybe he's there at the end of the first round and it'd be silly not to take him. But we also don't know more about him. He's the only one that looks like a good running back. But that is it. That's the draft board. We're not actually really looking at anyone particular, so we can skip ahead to our pick. We can go through, look quickly who went where, but in all honesty, we're not looking for someone specific, so we're not going to go, oh no, there he is. But as a matter of fact, actually, I immediately saw the one person we would look for, and it's the cornerback. I told you, we're never going to get that great cornerback. He went straight away. Then Cook, that defensive tackle we're interested in, went. Let's see who else went. Tackles, there was nothing. We can see them going, but really, there was nothing there. The free safety's gone. Honestly, I don't even remember what we were looking at, in all honesty, to be able to say whether they're there or not. The best way to do that is to go here, and we are going to pick the player, unless someone was offering something crazy, which they wouldn't do. Take a look at the draft board, and our best available player is Daniel Woodhead, and it actually then goes all on defensive ends. So they've absolutely ransacked us. And of course they did, because they were all first-round talents. The fact that there's none left over is kind of crazy. It just shows our scouting was good, in all honesty. We will take Daniel Woodhead. I checked due diligence, see if they're offering anything good trade-wise. But look at that, 4.67 speed for a left end. Everything else is good for him. We're going to draft him right here. Let's see what we got ourselves. We got ourselves a 77 overall player. Looking a little bit more like an outside linebacker than a defensive end with that strength, but 85 speed. 89 power moves. It's good. He's got quick development. I like it. It's a good pick. Now what we're looking at already is we've got to start considering we've got 2 second-round picks. Do we take Max Everett, who is good, ticks all the boxes, should be very good, but we already have a left end? Do we look at these outside linebackers who will still be there? Do we look at potentially Kevin Hagler? No. Basically, nobody here that we should be going for. So we will go Max Everett. Let's take a look. He is a late second-rounder. But are we going to be able to pick him up at the very late second round? I doubt it. We'll do our due diligence, check what they're offering, and then we'll probably pick Max Everett. So we're giving away our pick to the Seahawks. I've been rambling far too much, and so I'm just going to sum up my thinking. We were not going to get the same value for that player if we were to trade him away, and we just picked up a 77 rated left end. Maybe he's better than him, but chances are he is not, and we don't need him anyway. We're happy with 77 and quick development. So now we've got 2 second-round picks. We've got another one for next year. We can go to our next pick here. Of course, the hopes would be that the player is still available, but no, he went at 54 to the Bengals, but that's completely fine. And now we're still here with the second pick, and no one actually we want to pick in the second round. So this is where we start picking up value for next year, because I'm going to trade this one away as well. And also the running back, was it Gerard? I think it was. Gerard, I don't know how you want to say his name. He's a made-up player. Number 52 overall to the Lions, so we'll take a look at how good he was. But we'll look again to trade this pick away and really start picking up some value for next year. And what we'll do is we'll take Chicago's offer here. This is a nice one. So another second round pick next year. We'll have 3 now, a third rounder this year, that is fine, and then a 7th round pick, which, you know, maybe we can use to trade up slightly or trade away for a 6th or 5th round pick. Let's skip ahead again to our next user pick, which should be our actual pick here at 62, and we'll probably actually make a selection here. So after making a couple of trades, let's finally pick up one of these outside linebackers. Question is it going to be DeMarcus Murphy or Antonio Mann? DeMarcus Murphy has the better combine grade, so we're going to go for him. Again, our scouting process has said he should be a good player, but also he is projected to be a late 5th rounder, so you never know. Okay, going back and forth on a lot of decisions here. We're going to pick up another second round pick for next year. I've already looked at all these. We're going to take the Redskins offer here of a 2nd, 3rd, and 7th. We're out of the 2nd round. Let's go into the 3rd because we haven't seen many great players really, and we should be able to go to our next pick and be able to pick up the players we wanted anyway. So here they are, they're still all here, and now let's pick up DeMarcus Murphy, the better graded of these 2 guys. It is risky, but our process has told us this guy will be good enough, and he's not bad. We pick him up at a higher rating than, you know, he's ranked 69, we get him at 89, 73 overall. Not bad, but not the speed we want for an outside pass rusher, really, because if he's 82 speed, Tim Williams is better than him, and Tyus Bowser is definitely better than him, but it's a good pick. Obviously, it's better than the position we're picking at, so it's good enough, and we've also already picked up a lot of value for next year, and now we have 3 picks in a row, and they've taken Barrow. He'd better not be good, is all I'm saying. That's a shame. If they would have just waited, we would have been able to pick up everything. So let's see now what we want here. With our 3 picks in a row, we can very easily just go Antonio Mann, Kevin Hagler, and Andre Patterson, and then basically just be picking a couple of rounds ahead all the time. And that is what I'm going to do. We don't have to worry about the order here. We're not going to trade away a bunch of 3rd rounders. It's irrelevant because we want all of these players. So let's pick up Antonio Mann, find out how good he is. 72 overall. Again, he's ranked better than we pick him, but it's not that great. 78 speed. He's not very useful to us. Maybe we can move him down to the defensive end to be a good backup there. Let's make the next selection. Well, let's just see if anyone's offering 2nd round picks. Atlanta are, but they'll probably offer us a 2nd round pick again after this one. So we'll make our selection here, and we'll trade away the 3rd one. Now, neither of these guys are actually good enough in terms of our scouting process. Kevin Hagler, however, is the earlier selection, so we will take him. I'm not expecting much here. 72 overall. He's ranked right where we get him. The 90 speed is okay. Man coverage, zone coverage, it's all alright, but he's not fantastic. But he is actually our now 4th highest rated cornerback, so it's not the worst pick. Now we can trade away this one. Hopefully the Falcons still offering that 2nd round pick for next year, and then we will really be cleaning up. Let's just take a quick look again in case anything has changed. So 4th, 4th, 3rd, there's the 2nd, 4th, 4th, 3rd. Here we go. Atlanta, you can have it. We don't even need anything straight away now because we should still be able to go back and pick up that next one. So let's advance to the next user pick. And the guy should still be there. I thought we had another 3rd later on. I wasn't sure. I didn't look at the numbers properly there, but it doesn't matter. We should be all right here in the 4th. If not, it doesn't even really matter. No, he is gone, but that is fine. Kendrick Ellis is the next man we will be taking here. Then we'll take Charles McIntyre. Then we'll take Carrick Buchanan, and we'll be out of the draft. So let's pick him up here. I don't know if he's good. I just didn't want to leave it and have him not be good. Ranked 181. We drafted him 123. But try and explain to me why. The route running. That is his problem. Look at that. 92 speed, 87 catching. Great catching stats, great jumping. His route running is what lets him down. So if he gets just, some XP that we can put in his route running and release, he should jump up to be a very good receiver very quickly. That is actually not bad. Sometimes you got to take the risks. That's what we do there. I think we can actually finish off this draft right here, right now. We can make our next selection, pick up a player again, but do we need to? We're in the 4th round, and this guy I think is projected for the 6th round. We could be able to trade away here. Nobody offering more than a 3rd, but we'll take the Broncos because honestly, we don't even really need these 2 players we want to pick, but we don't need to pick them so early is the more important thing. So we will now pick these players up if they're still here because we did drop a lot of spots there. But again, like I said, it's not a problem. Hopefully it won't be a problem. There he is, Charles McIntyre. This guy is actually not good enough theoretically, but also is that close that I think it's worth taking him. 68 overall, that's a complete bust. Apparently he's ranked number 79, but that is not a good pick really. Our final draft board player is not there, so now what we do is we take a look at anybody we have drafted, not anyone we have drafted, anyone we have scouted. Can't pick a guy we've drafted. And see if there's anybody worth looking at here, just in terms of, has anyone been given an actual grading? No, we're just going to trade out of the draft at this point. We are done. So for that one, we pick up a 4th rounder next year from the Bills, which seems a little bit drastic just to be able to make that pick of O'Neill there. And then the final pick of the draft, we've got the opportunity here, of course, to select, you know, Mr. Irrelevant, but we don't have anybody we're interested in is the thing. Can we pick up a punter or a kicker? Are any still available? Tucker Townsend is, and Austin Zott. Now, I do like Austin Zott. He looks pretty good, but we don't need a kicker yet, which is a shame. We'll take Tucker Townsend here. Mr. Irrelevant. Why not make him our player? Maybe he's good. 72 overall, 90 kick power, not bad. And that finishes off the draft. We do, of course, need a punter. We had to let Sam Cook go. And there we go, we are finished. So let's take a look at the draft recap to see how everybody else has done, because honestly, we didn't do that well. So we need reassurance from everybody else doing badly. Now, Daniel Woodhead, that's a good pick. Very happy with that. I mean, 85 speed on the guy. Hopefully we can make him an outside linebacker, even as a, you know, defensive end. It's very good. We just wouldn't really need him, but it's great depth. Then the next pick we made was in the 3rd round. Now, of course, if good players were taken in the 2nd round, that's going to be killer because we could have taken them and that'll really annoy me. But we got 73, 72, 72. These guys should have really been better, in all honesty, in terms of, you know, what our draft process tells us they should be. Hagler is okay. It's another Alabama player. We've already got plenty on the team. And of course, with Ozzie Newsome, it's what you get. Actually, I don't remember if Ozzie Newsome was fired or not. I don't think so. He seems to know what he's doing. 90 speed, 88 acceleration isn't too bad. It's not a bad player. 72 is better than Lakeith Spain, and he was pretty good. Kendrick Ellis. Again, this is a guy who just needs better route running. Everything else with him is pretty exciting. Apart from acceleration, I see that 86 isn't the best. But he could be okay, although we've got more than enough receivers at this point. Charles McIntyre is an absolute bust. And Townsend, you know, we needed a punter, and we've got one. Let's take a look at how everybody else has done. So the Redskins, the best player they got was a 70 overall, so at least we're better than them. The Saints got themselves a 75 rated quarterback, and then not much else in any other position. Seahawks did get an 82, and it's Barrow. That is a guy we wanted. An 82 overall, I knew it. I knew it, and we didn't pick him up. He was the 28th pick in the 3rd round. Let's see when our first pick in the 3rd round was. 25th. We could have taken him instead of DeMarcus Murphy. We could have taken him in the 2nd round. We knew he was good. He wasn't 100% in line with what he's supposed to be, but those 2 guys were, and I wasted a pick. Could have had this guy. Let's take a look at the full stats. Apparently just being on the Seahawks has taken his confidence down, but 93 speed, 84 route running, or is that already with -1? I don't know, but he's extremely fast. I hope his catching's not too good. So he's very fast, he's got good catching, he's got great agility, good release, everything. The guy is great. I mean, he's just really good, and we didn't get him. That is annoying. Apart from that, what else did they get? Nothing else really. It's the one guy I thought would be good as well. The other receivers I knew weren't going to be that good. Yeast is a guy we thought would be pretty good. A 79 overall isn't too bad. Not the speed we would like from a free safety. Of course, the Steelers, very important to us, who they get. Nothing too great there except for that one free safety being pretty good. The Texans, a 73 overall, not getting much. The Titans take Paul McCullough. I knew he'd be good. Of course, he went with the 12th overall pick, so we couldn't have taken him. 80 overall. Then Corey Emanuel, I think we had him as well, and on the draft board we couldn't have taken him either with the 80 overall. So 2 80 overalls for the Titans, both on defense. Those are big picks. And then they get Barry Wingo, 75 overall, not bad for a 6th round pick at strong safety. The Vikings get a 76 rated quarterback, and not too much else in any other position. The Bears get themselves a 75 rated cornerback. That's not too great, but not too bad. A 73 rated right tackle. So nothing there we're too interested in or too jealous of. Henry Kelly, very good, 22nd overall pick, 80 overall. You know, you're not going to get as many good players, of course, if you're out of the early first round, and we miss out on all those 80 overalls. Everett, not bad either, 75 overall. The Bills have picked up a 75 rated center out of Alabama, and then nobody else really. The Broncos did a lot in free agency, and they do pretty well in the draft here. They pick up Bernard Gray, cornerback out of Notre Dame, 78 overall. Nice speed, but not great acceleration. Brian Bell, that's the running back, is it not, that I said would be good? I don't remember, think it was 78 overall, 91 speed. He's not bad. And then down here, Javonte Armour, right tackle, not bad either. But again, no one here I'm super jealous of right now. Just that one receiver at the moment. A 75 rated right tackle there with a 17th overall pick. Buccaneers picking up two 79 rated players with Marcus Ham and Sanchez Gregory. Not bad for them. Tyrone Smith here, 74 overall. He's not bad either. So I think we messed up on the wide receivers. We didn't have as many pegged here to be as good as they were. And the Buccaneers picked up a bunch of great players there. Loads of guys over 73 overall. Parker Morrow, a 79 rated left tackle, someone we would like, but we didn't have the 6th overall pick. And outside of that, not too much going on. And unfortunately, we weren't able to pick up Jaquan Barber's brother, Javonte Barber. He went to Cincinnati instead, and he's a 68 rated right end, so it doesn't really matter that we didn't pick him up. And the Chargers, let's see, not good for them whatsoever, really. The Chiefs doing a little better with a 79 rated running back there, but the 88 speed, it's killer. I mean, that's what Trayvon Bromley came in with, but it'd be a lot better if he had slightly more speed. And outside of that, it's Derek Barber, no relation. 75 rated left tackle with the 11th overall pick is far too high for the overalls that they are, so we're not worried about having missed out on those guys, not being able to draft those guys more aptly. The Cowboys pick up a pretty good cornerback there, Kobe Hadley, 78 overall. I do like him. I like him a lot with a 96 acceleration, 92 speed. That's pretty good. The Dolphins get Morris Gunter out of Georgia, 80 overall. Nice speed as well for a possession receiver. He went with the 2nd overall pick, so you figure he probably had to be good. The 49ers, 9th overall pick, Jordan Liu, 81 overall, but not too fast, 89, 87. But I'm sure he's got some great route running and catching stats. The Giants picking up Ricardo Wofford with a 78 overall, the 95 speed. It's nice. He's a good receiver. Went 5th overall, so we never had a chance. 77 rated Evan Welch. We knew these guys were good. But luckily this time the Giants didn't steal any players from us, so we can sleep easy at night knowing that. A pretty good rated right tackle there out of Clemson. 78 overall for Spencer Zahersky. The Jets picked up Rashawn Cook. We thought he'd be pretty good. 78 overall. He is pretty good. And then Barry Lehan, 75 overall left tackle. We didn't get any tackles again, but I think finally we're alright anyway. The Lions, Adrian Robinson at outside linebacker. He's pretty good, 79 overall. 88 speed on him as well. Packers pick up a 79 rated center. The Panthers with the 82 rated cornerback, but you figure if he's going 1st overall, he'd have to be pretty good. 94 speed, 92 acceleration. I would have liked to have him, but obviously had absolutely no chance. Patriots picking up a real good defensive tackle there, and we knew he would be good. Roman Jacobs, 81 overall. The Raiders picked up a center we thought would be pretty good, 79 overall. Glad we didn't take him instead of, someone better. The Raiders picking up a center we thought would be pretty good, 79 rating. Glad we didn't pick him up. Obviously, it would have been a waste of a pick. We've got a bunch of centers that are pretty good. The Rams get Nate Mancuso, the free safety, who was pretty good as well, 79 overall, 92 in speed, not bad. And then, of course, we're back around to us, and, it's not bad. In terms of our averages, they're also still pretty good, but only one player over 76, 77. Let's see what we can do with Daniel Woodhead. If he can play outside linebacker, we may be very happy. If he can't, we're just going to have depth, and that's all we'll have added in this window. We could have taken an incredible wide receiver. Let's just hope that Kendrick Ellis is a lot better than he looks right now. So there we go. That is it for the 2020 season. We finished it as Super Bowl champions. We fully finished it as, disappointed in our draft. We've moved Gilbert Turner over to cornerback full time just so it's easier to, figure everything out, because otherwise I'll keep moving around every time I advance the week and stuff. And here we are, the 2021 season. And Todd Bowles says nothing's guaranteed. My guys need to go out and take their jobs. Not quite true, because we won't be playing the preseason. We have lost all of our confidence, which is a shame, but it's still, of course, a very strong team anyway. There's some switching left to do, but apart from that, pretty much everything here pretty set up, pretty happy with how the team looks. Not much different. Unfortunately, Woodhead, not a great outside linebacker, drops to a 75. May still have a chance to steal Tim Williams' job purely from his speed perspective, but I doubt it. We'll have to pretty much stick with the team as it is in that regard. That is it for this episode. The draft could have gone better, but we're pretty equipped, at least next year. We obviously didn't take any players in the second round this year, and there were some good players to take. We missed out on some. However, next year we will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 second round picks. And some of those could be in pretty good positions. We can obviously use them maybe to try and trade up, things like that. We're in a pretty good position to do a little bit better next year. Obviously, it's always a shame without a high first round pick. You're always going to miss out on the best players. But that is it for this one. Thanks for watching and on to the 2021 season.